All right, so we've made it to the 11th month of the year. Are you feeling balanced, or are you feeling the burnout? Are you taking care of yourself and eating healthy, or have you had one too many Snickers this past week? That's me. I'm not saying this to make us feel shame or guilt, because Snickers are delicious. I'm just saying this to help us start recognizing where we are at this time of the year. Some passages from the Simple Abundance book by Sarah Ben Brethnock say this: perhaps we would pay more attention to burnout if it were as dramatic as a heart attack. Think about that. But a smoldering flame can be just as deadly as a flash fire. First-degree burnout, the soul snuffer, comes from living unbalanced for years, when what was supposed to be a temporary situation becomes a lifestyle. It's burnout when you go to bed exhausted every night and wake up tired every morning, when no amount of sleep refreshes you month after weary month. It's burnout when everything becomes too much effort. It's burnout when you find yourself cranky all the time, bursting into tears, or going into fits of rage at the slightest provocation. It's burnout when neither big things nor little moments have the power to move you, when nothing satisfies you because you haven't a clue what's wrong or how to fix it, because everything's wrong, because something is terribly out of whack, you. I share these passages so that we can get some clues as to how we may be feeling and why. So a morning back in September, our washer was not draining. I don't know if anyone's had that before. It's kind of annoying. It had a weighted blanket in it and a sleeping bag. I tried probably 3 times to drain this thing, with no luck. It finally occurred to me, I could take something out. I can take that weighted blanket out, and it miraculously drained. Can we do that in our lives? Are we doing too much? Can we take something off of our plates to make things easier for us? Are we doing too much? Now, as we head into the holiday season, I would like for all of us to be mindful of our time. I like how Reverend Laurel talked about having our prayer for this time of year, because it does tend to get a little bit crazy and chaotic, and we forget the joy. We get so caught up in the buying the gifts, the wrapping the gifts, the decorating, the parties, the traveling, etc., 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 that we forget to enjoy all of these things. Or we are just so burnt out that we can't enjoy them. We don't have to do all the things. I repeat, we do not have to do all the things. We can choose some of our favorite things and let go of the rest. We need to take care of ourselves so that we can truly enjoy the events and traditions we want to do this year. So for me, for the month of November, I'm doing yoga every day. I have done this in years past, and to me, November is a great time to do this yoga challenge, because November is when the holiday doings start ramping up. However, I think that continuing yoga after November would be extremely beneficial in so many ways, and perhaps it can keep the burnout away. What else can you all do to get back in balance? I challenge you to find things that'll work for you. You do not have to be perfect. So to end this talk, I would like to share another passage from the book Simple Abundance by Sarah Ben Brethnock. When you're suffering from burnout, you are the only person on earth who can help, because you're the only one who can make the lifestyle changes that need to be made, to call a halt, to take a slower path, to make a detour. When you have no strength left, you have no choice but to rely on the strength of a senior power to restore you to wholeness. In the pursuit of our souls, Spirit takes no prisoners.